Hi guys, it's Andrew here again from the Real Model Moth YouTube channel, and today we've got our top 5 players to look out for this Matchday 26 in the Bundesliga. Now before we get into the top 5, we have a couple of honourable mentions. We've got Robin Quaison from Mainz. Quaison's appeared 24 times this season for Mainz. He's got 12 goals. Mainz have scored 34 goals this season in total, so that means Quaison's coming in with around a third of their goals total. Next up in our honourable mentions is Moussa Diaby. Diaby's appeared 9 out of 10 games this season 9 out of the last 10 games this season for Bayern Leverkusen. He scored 3 in them times, and he got the clincher in the DFB Pokal 3-1 win over Union Berlin. Next up is Thorgan Hazard for Borussia Dortmund. Now, Hazard is an honourable mention because he's got 10 assists this season, and he hasn't had a goal since March, and that was against Borussia Mönchengladbach. But he's a kind of a streaky player, and he's coming in place of Marco Reus probably. No Reus this weekend for Borussia Dortmund, and no Emre Can and no Axel Witsel, so it'll be interesting to see which way Lucien Favre plays Thorgan Hazard this weekend. So getting into our top 5, we have number 5, Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen. Since Leverkusen's last competitive defeat to Hoffenheim in February, Bayer Leverkusen have went 10 games unbeaten, winning 6 in a row. Havertz has scored 5 goals in 10 of them games mentioned, and against a very shaky Werder Bremen defence. I think that Havertz could be in and around the goals and assists this weekend, and he's also a penalty taker as well. Next up on our list, coming in at number 4, is John Cordoba of FC Koln. With the rise of Mark Uth this season, it was a very close call to include either Mark Uth or John Cordoba, but I've gone with the Colombian. He was in good form before lockdown. He scored 6 goals in 8 games, including 2 braces, one against Wolfsburg and one against Hertha Berlin. Can he bag one this weekend? Can he bag another brace? Who knows? So before we get into our top 3, I just want to say please like, share and subscribe if you like this video. I really appreciate the views I got on the first video, and I leave my link to my Twitch and my YouTube in the description below. So coming in at number 3 is Alphonso Davies of Bayern Munich. The Canadian speedster Alphonso Davies has recently been playing as a left back for Bayern Munich, and that's because David Alaba has been moved to centre back. If you remember the game against Chelsea in the Champions League where Davies played as a left back, he put in a man of the match performance. He's only 19, and with Bayern Munich going 11 games unbeaten, Davies has played 9 times 90 minutes. So he's played 90 minutes 9 times in them 11 games, and that pace is just frightening, and he's a frightening player. So coming in at number 2 is Timo Werner of RB Leipzig. Timo Werner is RB Leipzig's main man. He scored 21 goals this season, and that's only 4 behind Robert Lewandowski. If top players like Sabitzer and Christopher Nkunku, they're top players for Leipzig because they're assist leaders, but they're up there and in around the assists in the Bundesliga in total. So if they can serve him up chances, the German international will sure to put them away. With Leipzig at home this weekend, they've won 6 of the last 8 home games, and Werner the Burner should be in and around them goals. My number one this weekend, my number 1 player to look out for this weekend is none other than Bayern Munich's Robert Lewandowski. When doing my notes for this video, I had number 1 filled in first. I had it done first. What better player to look out for this weekend than the Polish goal scoring machine? He's absolutely fabulous. Robert Lewandowski, we've all seen the pictures of him doing his training during the lockdown, and he looks ripped. And at 31, he's still for me the best striker in the world. Currently alongside Harry Kane when Kane's on form. But Lewandowski, he kind of reminds me of my hero, my idol, and that's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, just in sort of presence and the way he can, wee overhead kick or something. So Lewandowski, he was injured for Bayern Munich's last 3 competitive games, but scored 9 in 13 since the winter break. He's my number 1 player to look out for this weekend, and against Union Berlin, who knows how many goals the Polish hitman can get. So that is my top 5 players to look out for this weekend. Now we do have a wild card. This is a wild card player, and it's Erling Haaland. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.